So how do you put 6 hours of work every single day without breaking the sweat, without being inconsistent and doing the things that matters? So for the past 10, 12 days, I hadn't been working because I was in the festivals. I was in my hometown with my cousins, with my family, with my relatives. So the whole time I was just pondering, I was just thinking, doing some of the work that I can do from the phone. And I realized that there is a specific steps that you need to take if you want to work a lot. Okay, 5, 6 hours a day of straight work, focused work, consistently for days and days and days. And this is one of the main reason why a lot of the people don't see success, because they're not putting in the work. By that I mean not just like 20 minutes of work a day. If you put a lot of work every single day, and even if you do the wrong tasks, you will eventually do right tasks sometimes, and you'll figure out, okay, these are the right tasks and I need to do it every day. So इस वीडियो पे मैं यही चीज़ पे बात करूँगा कि कैसे 6 hours तक तुम वर्क कर सकते हो without distraction from your Instagram, without distraction from any other things. Okay, and the main thing in this whole working for a long hours journey is going to be your awareness and your consciousness. Okay, what is awareness and consciousness? Basically, it's a time when you give it to yourself without doing anything at all. What I feel is most of the people aren't lazy. They're just distracted, and they're distracted with multiple things. Okay, you might be distracted off television, maybe via your phone. You know, phone is a big distraction. And not just that, you can be distracted from people, you can be distracted from thoughts as well, your tasks, whatnot. And this all is important if you want to work 6 hours, 7 hours, 10 hours a day. Okay, and being consistent while keeping the same amount of work per day. So the main thing regarding consciousness or awareness or not being distracted is not doing anything at all. I don't know, do it for 10 minutes every morning and you'll see your days are going to be productive. And I'll give my personal scientific justification for why it works as well. It's like meditation. Because at the end of the day, if you look at meditation, what is meditation? You're just doing nothing and you're just letting your mind cool down. And when your mind is calm and cool, that's when you know, okay, using phone isn't the right thing. Or, okay, I don't need to go out today. But when you're continuously distracted with something, okay, watching the reel and you're already feeling depressed, but you say, oh, I'm going to work with one more reel being watched, then you will be in the same feedback. Because humans innately are smart. You know, we are smart creatures. So if you just give your mind some time to think, then you'll be able to distinguish, okay, right now I have to work. So every morning, don't just go and use your phone. You don't need to have a specific routine, to be honest, but just don't go and do something, you know, don't go and just read a book or some shit. For 10 minutes, just sit idly, do nothing, don't think, don't try to come up with a solution for some work, do nothing, just sit there. Don't use your phone, don't do some breathing exercise, don't do some push-ups, don't go and do your water or some shit, or don't watch some YouTube video. Don't try to be productive, don't try to be anything. Just sit there 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just look outside and just keep your brain shut. Don't even wait for anything. Don't do visualization, because when your brain is actually silent, then you'll not have the urges to use your phone. You'll not have the urges to, distract yourself, because most of the time you're distracted only, and that's why we don't do work. And when you're not distracted, then your brain becomes calmer and boring hota hai starting mein. I've done this for almost 4 or 5 days when I needed deep dopamine detox. For 4 or 5 days I did nothing at all. No phone, no social media, not even reading book. I was just there, not even talking to anybody for 5-6 hours. I used to just sit like this. And this is a very good exercise. I read this in The Solitude of the Self or some book like that. I read it like some months ago. And it was one of the exercises in that book that just be alone and be okay with it. And what I realized is not just it helped me personally, but it also helped me professionally. Because when I'm doing nothing, then I'm very less distracted. And after 5-10 minutes of doing it every single morning, then I have the clarity in my brain, okay? Now my next task is to go and work. And since I'm not handled or controlled or, dictated by anything, by not by any social media reel, by not some influencer, by not some food by some people. I don't have any urges. So the only basic thing for me to do next is work. And we'll come to the next part. Once your mind becomes clear, what will you do? Okay, the next part will be to biohack yourself. If you don't know biohacking, then you should definitely look into it. It's a very powerful tool, I guess, but I'll just sum it up, just give you exercises. What are the things that you can do? So first of all, always, as soon as you wake up, you have your mind cleared, you have everything cleared, you're feeling better now, you have slept well, I guess, I don't know. Now you know what you need to do. So you need to channel your body into the vessel that does a lot of work. Okay, good ways to do it is take some supplements. There is supplements like GABA, taurine, etc., etc. Just chat GPT it. I don't have the exact name in my brain right now, but just chat GPT, biohacking supplements for good work ethic or shit like that, and it'll just clear your brain fog. Okay, and in the morning, don't eat anything. I've already told this in my other videos as well. I don't eat anything. Even now, I just have a very strong black coffee without sugar. It's just there. I drink it, I work, and once my work is done, then at the evening, I work out and then I eat food. Okay, so stick to that routine because it clears your brain fog. Okay, use biohacking, drink a lot of coffee, things like that. That keeps you motivated, that keeps you energetic to work for longer hours. And the next thing is you need to know what you need to do. Your main task. If you're running an agency, it should be getting clients or doing the client work if you already have clients. If it's your e-commerce, then your main task should be running ads, finding new products, managing the stock, managing the team, etc., etc. So note it down the day before, and you would understand, or you'd have the clarity. ठीक है, ये सब काम मुझे करना है, and I need to finish it, है ना? And the next thing that you'll do after that is when you're working 6 hours, even if you're running like 50K a month agency, you don't need to work 6 hours every day if you're good at delegation. So you'll just have maximum 2-3 hours of work a day. That's me being honest, okay? I know people say in online ki haan 12 ghanta kaam karo ya whatever, but the main task you have, you only do that. The rest should be delegated, and बाकी time तुम्हारा delegation पे लगाओ. ठीक है? If you don't have anybody right now, then rest of the things that you do for 6-7 hours in a day should be work as well. ठीक है? Like reading the book that you need to read and talking to the people. For me, I talk for 7 to 10 minutes in phone with my teammates every day, and that's about it. Okay, ठीक है, क्या task है? Okay, ये done. Okay, ये करो. That's it, right? And the rest of the time, what I do is I talk to my friends who is also in business, okay? And we just don't talk about only business. We talk about other aspects of life as well. Abhi 4-5 दिन से I've been doing this. It's working out, and things like these subtly add to your income level, because when you're channeling everything, the way you wake up, the people you're with, the things you do, the foods you eat, the things you talk about, the things you think about, तो सब चीज़ add हो जाता है. It's not directly related. There is your main task जो तुम्हें करना ही है. बाकी चीज़ों को भी just make it work oriented. Everything that you do, things you like. Maybe gym जाने से you'll have more energy, and that would also be added. That would also be considered as work. So 6-7 hours of work in a day just doesn't mean कि laptop में बैठ के you're just doing nothing. Because when you're really focused and when you're putting in the work, it doesn't take much time. And if you're taking a lot of time, then you need to integrate speed into yourself, है ना? And जब तुम ये सब करने लगोगे 6 hours a day with clarity, with focus, you're working and everything is congruent to what you want to achieve, तो फिर there is very less possibility that you would fail. And I'll give you an example, okay? So when I was running an agency, उस time पे the main task for me was to get clients, है ना? तो I was figuring out कि क्या क्या DM sequences work करता है, and उस time पे मैं सोच रहा था कि why am I not getting clients? मेरे पास clients क्यों नहीं है? And I was writing things down उस time पे, and then I realized कि हाँ मेरे पास clients इसीलिए नहीं है. I think because my English is weak. उस time पे my English was very shitty, and I started working on my English day by day, धीरे धीरे. And it started getting better. My chats were better after that. When I was in a call, it was getting better. And उसके बाद I was like, why can't I scale my agency higher? I think it's because मैं अकेला काम कर रहा हूँ अभी. बाकी it's just for service delivery, but clients lane mein, I'm just doing it myself. So I had this thought, and my friends were already doing it already. I mean, they were hiring appointment setters. So I was like, I think I should integrate it. So when you have clarity, it's just common sense कि तुम्हारा business में भी क्या lack कर रहा है. जब मैं e-commerce कर रहा था, I wasn't able to scale past certain numbers. And मेरा main disadvantage था, I was just using Snapchat ads. I was not doing Facebook ads. So I switched to Facebook. I learned it. It took me like 2 weeks to find the plugs, to connect with the right people, to connect the right strategy, everything. And uske baad I did 30 lakhs, 70 lakhs in a day within just the first month only. So you have main obstacles, Abhi. When you have clarity, when you're working for that long, then you'll have to find out what is the problem that you're facing, and usko you'll have to solve it. Because abhi what you're doing, you're just trying to just not think about the problem, है ना? When you have clarity and when you're doing the work, you would get the nuances कि क्या क्या missing है, and just solve it. क्या क्या skills नहीं है, क्या क्या connection नहीं है, क्या क्या tools नहीं है तुम्हारे पास, and just connect it, and it just becomes like a project. You know, you're trying to make a car. ठीक है, motor कैसे चलता है, I don't know. I'll study it. Now I know how a motor works. And iske baad, I don't know how a tire is made. So you'll study it, or you'll find somebody who already knows how to make a tire, and you'll just fit it there. You know, so that is how you clear your obstacles. ठीक है, अभी maybe your main problem if you're doing e-commerce is कि मेरे पास plugs नहीं है, तो plugs ढूंढो. You know, जब मेरे पास Snapchat का plug नहीं था, I used to go deep inside the internet. ठीक है, Black Hat forums, Reddit. I even went for Tor browser, सब कुछ. You need to be very resourceful and चीज़ों को ढूंढो, fix करो, and slowly you'll become a person जो 10K अगर कर रहा है, उसके पास certain skill sets होगा या फिर certain tools होगा, तो तुम्हें बस वही tools and skill sets develop करने हैं. And when you're not clear, you don't think about it. A lot of the people are just mindlessly, हाँ बस मैं ये करूँगा, ऐसे में मैं ये करूँगा, जो मैंने देखा ये किया. Where do you stand right now? उसको पहले figure out करो. And what do you need to cultivate in yourself? फिर उसको figure out करो and cultivate करो. And 6 hours of work is just 2-3 hours of you putting in the work, and the rest is you developing yourself. Later on, it will be delegation. After that, it will be multiple work. You know, for me right now, I have 2-3 businesses that I'm running. So I have to, I mean, if I'm sitting to work 5-6 hours kahin nahi hai regularly. So you'll get to that level. But starting pe, you'll need to cultivate, work, and do all of the things that I mentioned. It's not a specific step-by-step thing. What I feel like, I'm just saying, all of my videos are like that. So yeah, do that and see if you see any better changes. Thank you very much. Next video will be coming soon, sooner than you expect. That's all for today.